This is your video on how to solve a two-step equation. We're going to do two examples today. So if you look at A, we have 9x minus 7 equals 20. If I isolate the 9x, then all I have to do is divide by 9 and I'm all done. So the first thing I need to do is look at what is on the same side as the 9x, and that would be the minus 7. The opposite of subtracting 7 is to add 7. And we have to do that to both sides because of the addition property of equality. It tells us that that will be the same thing as long as we do it to both sides. So I'm going to cross those out. All I have left is 9x, and it's isolated like we want. And then over on the right side, 20 plus 7 is 27. So like I said, now all we have to do is divide by 9, because 9 times x, that's what we have there, and we need to undo that with some division. So I'm going to divide by 9, but again, I have to do that to both sides to make sure that this equation is the same thing and those two sides truly are equal. Those are going to divide away, and I have x equals, and 27 divided by 9 is 3. So there's my answer. Now I have to check and make sure that that answer really does make this equation true. So I'm going to write the original equation. And I'm going to put my 3 in where x is, to make sure that my equation really does come out true after I do some PEMDAS, or order of operations. So on the left side I have multiplication and subtraction. I'm going to multiply before I subtract because of PEMDAS, order of operations. 9 times 3 is 27. Bring down my minus 7 equals 20. And finally my last step, 27 minus 7 is 20. So the equation was made true when I put my answer 3 in for x. Another example. So this time I have a negative 9x. I still want to isolate that variable term, and then again I can divide by negative 9 and I'm all set. So I have a plus 1 on the same side as the negative 9x. So to get rid of that, I need to do the opposite, which is to subtract 1 from both sides. So those go away. Positive 1, negative 1, they just cancel out, add or subtract out. So now we have negative 9x equals, careful, on the right side that's a negative 80 minus 1, so that's going to be negative 81. And then finally I can divide by my negative 9. So just like the last problem, those divide away, and I have x equals negative 81 divided by negative 9 is a positive 9. So there's my answer. And once again, I'm going to do my check, make sure that that 9 makes my equation true. So I'm going to use the original equation to do that. And my answer was 9. I'll put that in. So negative 9 times my answer, positive 9, plus 1 equals negative 80. And again, I have multiplication and this time addition. Multiplication still comes before addition. And so that's going to be negative 81. Bring everything else down. And when we do that last step, we have negative 81 plus 1, which is indeed negative 80. So again, we did our job correctly.